Hey everybody, it's Steve, and I'm pretty excited for this video because my friends at SHEHDS sent me something amazing that's under this sheet. But before I unveil it, I want you to imagine a powerful 60-watt color mixable moving head. And now imagine that it's got super bright white and orange LEDs around it for blinder and strobe effects. And now imagine that it's got a motorized zoom so you can have control over the beam angle. And now imagine 12 of them on a single fixture. This is the brand new GalaxyJet LED beam 12x60, and it is a beast of a light. Look how amazing this thing is. And in this video, I want to first unbox one. Spoiler alert, I can barely lift it out of the box. And then go over all its features and functions, including controlling it in DMX, and finally show you how amazing 12 60-watt heads look, moving in sync with the hazer going. Okay, let's see what's in this box. It's in this double corrugated shipping box, and it looks like there's quick mount brackets and a safety cable, and we've got a DMX cable. Got PowerCon power cable, a manual in a little plastic bag, and then this big monster light. And there it is. Now make no mistake about it, this fixture is really big, at 41 inches long, about 12 inches tall, and about 8 inches wide. And it's heavy at almost 64 pounds. It's got 12 of these moving heads, and each one has a 60-watt RGBW LED that's capable of color mixing and can independently tilt a full 180 degrees. And each one also has motorized zoom control where you can set the beam angle from 2.8 to 31 degrees. And if that's not enough, you can see that each head also has 14 white and 14 orange LEDs framing the lens that can add additional blinder and strobe effects. The back of the base has PowerCon power in and DMX in jacks on one end, and DMX out and power out on the other end, conveniently placed for daisy chaining multiple units, as well as an on-off switch and replaceable fuse. On the front, there's this nice 4-color LCD menu screen and navigation controls, along with these DMX indicator lights. And the base has these 2 sturdy handles on each side that you're going to need to lift this thing. Let's take a look at the menu controls, and you can see that on the first page you can set the DMX starting address up or down. You can also set the channel mode. There's several to choose from. Then on the next page you can pick the personality of the light, different things like dimmer mode, fast and slow, dimmer curves, and different other parameters affecting the display. Then on the next page, you can go into complete manual control of the fixture and controlling every aspect like the tilt and fine tilt, tilt speed. But what's really neat is there's these different tilt effects. And when you go in and experiment with them, there's a bunch of different pre-programmed motion effects, and you can also control the speed of those, but there's really a lot of different neat motion effects there to play with. And then you can also adjust the color temperature, orange, from a warmer light to a cooler light with these settings. You can adjust the color. You can pick solid, static colors. And then there's different set color patterns in this parameter. And then color effects, where there's pre-programmed effects that you can control. They're actually motion effects that can be controlled with different speeds. And we'll keep it here and look at the zoom. In the zoom, you can change the beam angle with the motorized zoom from wide to narrow beam. And then in the control mode, here's where you access the front white and orange LEDs. And we're going to go up and tilt this forward so you can see it better. Let's tilt the lights back. Now you can see the LEDs. There's different effects that you can do with those. And then you can also mix the colors of all the different lights, red, green, blue, and white. And then there's another mode that it's a testing mode, and you can do an LED test, which just cycles through different color and the LED effects. And then you can go in and do a motor test, and this goes through all the different motion and motor sequences. And then there's an all test, which combines both the LEDs and the motion. And then in addition to those, in the fixture run mode, you can also go into a couple different sound modes. On this first one, you can just see that with a couple taps to it, it's gonna start it going through its functions. And then you can also adjust the sensitivity of the microphone in this parameter. And then this final page just has some fixture info like hours, temperature, etc. Let's take a look at the DMX controls now. And we've got this in 20 channel mode, but there's a bunch of different channel modes where you have a lot more control over different parameters. And to see anything, we're going to have to bring the strobe, channel 14, all the way up and bring the dimmer up a little bit. And then you can see that we've got control over the 4 colors, blue on 19, white on 20, green on 18, red on 17, and these colors can be mixed any way you choose. And then tilt control on 1. I'm just going to turn the dimmer down a little bit. We got fine tilt on channel 2, tilt speed on channel 3, and then on channel 4 we've got these tilt effects similar to what we saw in the menu controls. And it's really fun to see all the different ways that these programmed motion effects look. Each different DMX setting has a different effect. They're real slow here because we don't have the speed turned up, but with the speed turned up, now you can see them a lot faster. Then on channel 5, we've got these color temperature controls from, let's adjust the tilt again to see it better, but from warmer effects to cooler effects. And then the macro colors on channel 6, solid colors. The color position on channel 7, and we're going to take a look at these better by tilting the lenses back. Now you can see that each one of these parameters has a different arrangement of the colors on the heads, and you can adjust those again. You can color mix them with the different color channels. Now you can see the color effects. They're motion effects. They're slow, but we're going to bring the speed up. And now you can see them cycling a lot faster. You have control over the fade time between the color effects. And once you have an effect that you like, you can combine them with the motion effects and just get all kinds of really, really cool looks. I love that wave effect. Looks great with the hazer too, which you'll see in a minute. Okay, we're going to tilt it back again. See the zoom effect that you can control on channel 15 to a narrow beam, back to a wide beam. And then on channel 16, there's a control called macro, and here's where you see the different effects that you can create with the LEDs, orange and white. This fixture is quite the beast, and it's a brand new product from SHEHDS, so check the link below for availability and price info. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe so you don't miss part 2 of this video, where this big guy gets controlled completely by AI.